Alright, welcome to this vlog style kind of video, but I'm taking you out into the field today, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what's called driving for dollars here in the neighborhood. Enough of just being in the office and just looking at numbers. This time around, I'm going to take you with me as I go into this neighborhood. Now listen, it's January 2025, it's the start of the year. In the Chicagoland area, it's freezing outside. Actually today it's kind of like a warm summer day, but normally we're looking at 0-degree weather, -0 weather, and it's also snowy here. Instead, and I'm a kind of person that takes the negative and turns it into a positive, so instead of getting upset that there's snow on the ground and that there's probably no opportunities out here, I, as a real estate agent here in the Chicagoland area, take that and make it into a positive. You say, well, how do you turn it into a positive? Well, we're going to do this today. We're going to drive around the neighborhoods and we're going to see how we can turn this thing of a snow and a cold into a positive. And how we're going to do that, we're going to find out here today, okay? So right now what I have is mounted, I'm already moving the vehicle, so I'm not going to show you, but on my phone I have mounted my PropStream application. PropStream is an app that I use to get to see, you know, properties, but most importantly, you can see that here on my screen as well. Here in the left hand side of your screen, PropStream application desktop is open. I'm not going to be looking at that one as much until I actually park, but what I'm going to do with that desktop app is to just find more information about the property, run some numbers, run some comps, and see if this property makes sense. But more importantly, the application on the phone, I love using that because that application on the phone actually helps me to do the actual navigation, the driving. It actually has a way of following you around the neighborhood. So right now it's critical that I go ahead and go through the neighborhoods here. It's critical that I drive around because time is of the essence. The temperatures today look to be around 30 degrees, tomorrow in the 40s, I think, or Saturday. And so the snow's gonna start melting. Now, why is that critical to know? The reason why it's critical is because of this. Snow fell. Yeah, I used to hate snow until yesterday. The reason why I like snow now is because the snow is a great indicator of whether or not the property is possibly vacant, right? If the property is possibly a problem, right? If it's not being occupied at the moment, or there's probably someone in there that is has difficulty in getting around, so maybe they are motivated to sell the property. But that is a great indicator for me. See, in all year long, us as investors, us as realtors, at least me myself, I'm a realtor and I help investors out. I like to get to see, you know, properties that are in situations that are distressed, so that I can provide a service to my investors, right? Help them find properties at a good price. Off-market deals are always profitable. In the summertime, though, it's more difficult to see that because unless there's overgrown shrubbery, overgrown grass, you know, it's easy to overlook that. So here in the snow, we have something that AI cannot pick up. We have something that Google Maps cannot pick up, and that is real-time data. In the wintertime, here when it snows, this is new data, right? Can't look this up on Google Maps or Google Earth or anything like that. So this is new information that we're gonna get here by driving the neighborhoods and seeing those driveways that are not filled with shoveled and salted snow, right? So salted snow, that's a new one, right? So let me go ahead, go to the Walgreens real quick here, buy myself a stapler, and you'll see why in a little while. All right, we are back here. Just went to Walgreens real quick to purchase this. Let me go ahead and put pause on this music. All right, so just needed this stapler. Why do we need a stapler? Well, this is the reason why. Sticking with the red too, is because I have this, all right, and then I will write a note, and what I will do with that note, I will staple my business card right there, and then I will go ahead and leave it at the door. Plain and simple, right? So let me just make sure that this stapler does not get lost and we're able to work this out well. Okay, so let me just add a couple staplers, one quick second. All right, we're good to go with the staples, got them in there. And so real quick, what I was gonna show you here is in my PropStream application here, I will go ahead and hit drive and then just put just drive. And then what will happen is in the area that I want to scout, I just pull up the map and I'll just select my neighborhood here, okay? Now there's various yellow hearts all over the place. I'll explain that in a different video, but not now. What I'm gonna do here, select the neighborhood that I want to drive for dollars, and I'm gonna go street by street. And what's gonna happen is that this application is gonna follow me around with a blue line to basically highlight the streets that I've already been on, so that way I'm not driving those streets all over again. So that's what I'm gonna do, okay? So let me go ahead and get started with, let me find the place and start recording from that point. All right, so this is how the plan's gonna be for today, okay? The plan is gonna be from 9 to 10, drive for dollars in the area, all right? Hit these neighborhoods up, leave as many of these signs as possible. After that, I'm gonna sit down at local Starbucks. You know why? Because I want me some coffee. That's what I want, right? Right now I have nothing, so I wanna make sure to get that, do some cold calling, as many as possible for 1 whole hour. My goal is to get at least 100 dials made, make contact with at least 2 to 3 leads, hopefully, make some leads happen. And then after that, 11 o'clock, we'll do another session of driving for dollars until we are ready to eat, right? Until we're full and ready to, take on the next part of our day, okay? And then we'll just keep moving at that point. So let me go ahead and select the place, and then we will go from there. So according to Redfin, I have here in this side of the town, 73 homes that sold here, exactly where I'm driving at. So this is a hot spot here for real estate sales in the last 6 months. Other surrounding areas I've seen numbers of 27, 31, 34 homes that were sold here in the last 6 months. 42, 54. So that's a hot spot area too. But 73, where I'm at, yeah, that's gonna be a good spot to start driving for dollars. So what I'll do here on this road, this looks like it's Highland and Lake Lawn. I'm going to set up shop here. I'm going to set up my application, and I'm just going to start going up and down the streets and seeing what homes have a driveway that has a very clean driveway, hardly any activity, and move on from there. Now, the homes that I look at, even though they have a little bit of snow, because it did snow last night, maybe a dusting to an inch, so it did recover the already previously paved roads, so it'll make it a little bit more challenging for me this morning, but I would be able to tell if there have been no tire tracks at all whatsoever, okay? If that property has no tire tracks whatsoever, then I will stop, write my note, leave it at their property, and then come back and do that. So my goal here for the next hour, you can even see here in my video, 9:13 is the hour. I'm gonna try to go for, like I said, 1 hour to do this, so it'll be around 10:15. Then hit up the cold calls, and then we'll go from there, all right? So let's go ahead and get started with driving for dollars here, okay? So I have my PropStream application open. It's following me around. And the cool thing about that PropStream app real quick here is that once it's following me around, it actually orientates the map also to face where I'm facing. So it's actually easier, to navigate the whole map and get yourself out of tricky neighborhoods using the application, okay? So right now I'm already driving. I'm already looking at properties. I'm not even looking at the condition of the home. All I'm focusing on right now are the driveways and whether or not they've been paved or not. That's all I'm doing. It's very easy. I can, go through these neighborhoods fairly quickly and not take up too much time. So I'm hoping to cover several blocks of just doing this kind of work here, okay? So that's what I'll be doing here for the next, like I said, hour, okay? Before I go further, I wanted to show you this. Because I'll be making a lot of stops, I have these magnets. It says caution frequent stops. I'll be having those right behind me, as well as one of these lights as well, just so people can be alerted that this is not any ordinary vehicle. It's a vehicle that has business to do here in the area, so I'll be putting that up here. And making sure that we're all official and everything, okay? Now that I got my ambers on and I have the signs out there, well, let's keep driving around and see what we got. Yeah, I mean, as a business owner, you really do have to do a lot of things here. Right now what I'm doing is I'm prospecting. I'm looking for opportunities. I am looking to see if any of these properties have an opportunity, right? This is the client acquisition process, and once you have done that work and you find a client, then the work of maintaining that client and making sure that you perform well for them also matters. So this business has a lot to do with keeping up with what you're supposed to do. It's very simple if you break it down. You don't want to get too distracted with too many things, but at the same time, if you don't perform and do these kind of activities, then what are you doing, right? That a property looks like this one. It has been paved, yeah. So anyway, I'm driving for dollars right now. I'm just talking about that one. Looks also kind of weird. It's been paved, so I'm gonna let it go. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's part of the process. You break down the business into the acquisition part, you break down the business into the customer retention part, and then you make sure that you close on those deals, and then you repeat the cycle all over again. Some people watch, videos like this or other vlogs, and they want to replicate that. They love the idea of going out, doing all this kind of work, but then, are you willing to, sacrifice a morning to do this? Now, let me tell you something. I'm not doing this full time. I have a full-time job, on top of this is my part-time in a sense, right? I already work full-time many times, and I'm very, very tempted to just take the day off and rest, right? And just do whatever I want. But if I do that, then how will I advance? How will I progress, right? And so that's why I find myself doing this kind of work here. And you know what? This is the secret for me, is I've learned to like this kind of work. I've learned to find joy in it. I've found this to be fun. And it's not that, I found it to be fun, and even though I hate it inside internally. No, I've actually learned to like it. Learning to like something doesn't just mean, okay, I'm going to say that I like it, but I actually hate it. No, that's not how it works. It's actually about, making it happen right here. All right, I have to stop right now because I actually found a for sale by owner. See, this, oh my gosh, this is the things that we're looking for all the time. This is like a gem right here. And, I love this because this is what we're driving around for. We're looking for opportunities and homes that, have a driveway that's not paved, but at the same time, I just came up to a for sale by owner sign right in front of me. The last time this happened, I left a sign outside. I got a call within a few minutes, and then what happened was I, went ahead and took a tour of the property. So I'm gonna see if I could do the same thing right now. Okay, so let me go ahead and do what I do, and I'll let you know exactly what I did after I finish. Okay, 1 second. I'm calling him.
To an automatic voice message system.
Voicemail.
630
If they had a realtor,
99559
they would be able to
is not
have this available at all times.
Phone. Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, good morning. This is Luis Torres. I was just actually driving by the neighborhood here on Manor Place and noticed that your house has a for sale by owner sign outside. And so I'm just reaching out to see if there's any more information you could give me as far as how many beds, bath this property has, how long you've been looking to sell this property, and I could let you know, how many more buyers I can get to your house to get the price that you want or more. So please give me a call back here at 630-777-4597. También hablo español, entonces si ocupas saber pues qué tantos más clientes te puedo traer, te puedo dejar saber aquí. Me regresas la llamada y me gustaría hablar contigo, okay? Again, this is Luis Torres with eXp Realty. Take care. Bye. Alright, now that that's done, I'm going to save that number, give this guy a call back a little bit later, or lady, and I'm going to also leave a sign out here. So multiple points of contact we're going to have here. Alright, I'm going to write a quick little note here for them, and I'm going to bring out my notebook. Yeah, my clipboard here. Make it look more official. Permanent marker, you don't want to write on your sweater. Okay, so I'm going to write here, just drove by. Notice this home for sale. I can show you how I can get, I'm gonna put more in big letters, underline it twice, buyers to see your house. And get you an offer quickly. Get you an offer quickly. Call me back. Luis. And then my phone number. In case the business card falls off for whatever reason. But it shouldn't, right? We just got this stapler. It's brand new. It should work, right? Right, so let me just grab one of my business cards. Here we go, with the QR code in the back. And I'm going to just staple it here. Hopefully the owner shows up. I'm not at all opposed to him or her showing up. I would love to have a conversation. And when I go up to the property, I'm going to knock on the door to see if I can get some interaction going, okay? All right, something tells me that house is not fully remodeled and inside, but it's fine. And unfortunately, this says, no soliciting, and it says, no one's welcome and everything else, unless this is a very old sign, right? But, the moment you put for sale by owner and a phone number out there, you officially made it possible for folks to reach out to you and do this. So that's the reason why we left that. So I'm saving the phone number here just to make sure it's accurate. And you know what? It looks like, you know, we have ourselves a potential lead. So what I will do is I'm going to go to Mojo, and I'm going to just put in their information here so that I don't lose it. Obviously, we want to make sure that everything's accurate here. All right, I was able to save their information here. So if they do call, I saved it into my contacts list. If they do call, I'll know exactly who it is, and I'll take it from here. But hey, great find. This already is a good opportunity. It's a lead, you know. They just out there explaining how they want to sell this property, or not explaining, but just put a sign out there, and I'll pick it up. You know, I'll show them what I can do to help them do this. But exactly like I was saying before, is this is a business, and you gotta be willing to take the plunge and do this kind of work regularly. And even if you feel like staying at home, or if you feel like you deserve a day off. Yesterday was my daughter's 7th birthday, one of my daughters, and I loved it. You know, we did take the day off yesterday, but not before I did extra work to make sure that I covered for that one. So I have a routine, I have a weekly schedule and everything else. And that's what I'm saying here, is that you have to have that same kind of schedule as well if you want to be successful, okay? So let me go ahead and keep driving for dollars, and we'll see what other benches we get here, okay?
With any incomes mentioned in this book, there is no guarantee other agents will achieve this level. The incomes one can achieve will vary widely according to skill, work ethic, ability, and other factors.
It's not a coincidence that I'm listening to this, and this is exactly what we're talking about here. And that is true, that this kind of work depends upon your own work ethic, your own approach to this. Like I was talking about, do you have a set schedule that you do every single day? Do you have a routine that you follow every single day that will guarantee these results? Any employee, ask any employee that goes to work every single day. I mean, right now I'm driving in a neighborhood that you could tell these folks go to work every single day. Do they want to go to work? Absolutely not, right? We all have those feelings, and us as salespeople, us as realtors, we also have that. Now we have the opportunity to decide, right? There's no one telling us, hey, do this or don't do this. There's no boss telling us you have to be here, you have to be there. But at the same time, you have to be ready to pounce on this. You're your own boss, and if you don't perform, then nothing happens. So you got to be ready to move things along with or without any motivation. All right. I mean, even several weeks ago, I had the privilege of having an agent drive with me here, ride with me as I was doing Driving for Dollars in this very neighborhood. And, you know, I felt so very much encouraged by that. And I felt like Superman. I really did. But he's not here at this moment, right? He's doing other things today. But does that mean I'm going to have to stay home now and not do anything, or stay at home and mope or feel sorry for myself? Absolutely not. I have to be ready to pounce and take action regardless. Just like an employee mindset. Clock in, clock out. One of the cool things about, watching celebrities and others who are, good, has a good work ethic, is watching people such as Eminem. He's a rapper, but a lot of rappers have said how they've observed Eminem and how well he is with his work ethic. He is able to show up to work, and he's got that 9-to-5 mentality where they see him every single day doing the same work, even though, let's say, the day before he had a big party or whatever to go to, he still showed up to do the work that he had to do. And that's why he's as good as he is, even at the age that he's at, right? And so, anyway, that's just how you have to approach this, is by having a good work ethic, okay? Checking in here with a quick 15-minute or 30-minute update here. Just driving for dollars here in the area. I have seen less opportunities in this particular neighborhood, obviously because it's more occupied, it's more busy, it's more active. So now I'm going to go towards another neighborhood here, see how well we can, find these properties that have no activity at all on their driveways, and see, if they are vacant or not. But at the moment, I have only found one for sale by owner, which is great news. That's going to cover it, but let's see what else we can get. Finally found another property here that has no activity on their driveway, so I'm going to reverse a little bit here and take a look and see what they have. So let's make the most of it here. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of walking, but I don't see a lot of activity. So either they're a senior owner and they don't want to shovel, or this property is vacant. So let's take a look and see what they do here. mean, just looking at the information here for this particular property, it looks like this property has an estimate value of $262,000 for this property. So it has 5 beds, 1 bath, 2,100 square feet. So let me see if I could come up with a phone number here to give them a call. Actually, it's a living trust. But at the same time, let me just leave a phone number and then they'll contact me if they need to. But that's just the job right now, to reach out to these folks and see if they need some help. Alright, so I just finished writing this eloquent little note. It says here, my name is Luis, just driving by and noticed the driveway was not shoveled. I can get you the names of companies that can shovel for you, and if you need any real estate assistance in terms of selling, reach out to me, and I put my phone number here. And what I'll do is I will staple a business card as well, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, we'll just keep it going. You know, it's a good note to leave there in case they do need some help with that. I can offer that assistance. I can get them in touch with companies, or I can get them in touch with an individual who could do it for a certain amount of money. It's just that we're offering value here. If they just need some of that help, okay, then I will be glad to provide that kind of help. Anyway, so let's keep it going, and let's see what we can do right here. Alright, found a property here that looks vacant to me. Yep, it's a good opportunity. I don't know if I've actually given them a call, but let me actually do a quick skip trace to see if this person is reachable, contactable. All right, so let me go ahead and do this. According to PropStream, this property on Eastwood Drive is worth probably $320,000. Could use some repairs, just looking at the front of the property here. But it has 2 beds, 2 baths, and 1,440 square feet. And it is owner occupied, so that's good news. Let me go ahead and run a skip trace on them. PropStream has a skip trace service. They charge 12 cents per skip. I think it's a good investment. And let me go ahead and let's make a call real quick here. Real quick cold call and see if this person here has any interest.
Hello?
Hi there. I'm actually a realtor here. I'm looking for James.
I'm sorry?
I'm looking for James regarding a property on Eastwood Drive.
I think you have the wrong number.
Oh, okay. You don't own any property here in Aurora?
I do not.
Sounds good. I apologize for the inconvenience.
That's okay.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was a wrong number. And usually when that happens, I would just ask him, hey, do you have any need for a real estate agent right now? Blah, blah, blah. So no big deal. That was a wrong number. I have another number here. It's not the primary phone number that was listed here. I understand these might be wrong numbers, and that's okay, right?
Dialed is not in service.
Got it.
If you
So that one's not in service, but I do have the primary number, which is a do not call number. So we're not going to break the law and call this number, but what I can do is just send a text and just say hello, is this, and then the name of the person, and that's it. And then we'll leave it at that. But what I will do here is I will leave a note for this property, and whenever the owner or whoever shows up, they'll see the sign, and then they'll decide at that point whether or not they want to call me. If they're interested to make a move, if they're open to it, then it will be very likely they'll give me a call back. If they're not, then they won't, right? No big deal. And instead of writing a brand new note, I already have some prepared notes that I wrote a long time ago here, and it's a different color. It's very bright. You can't even see it in the camera here, as opposed to a blue one, right? You can see that one. But let me go ahead and see what I wrote here. It says, hello, my name is Luis. I was researching properties in the neighborhood and found that this home could benefit from a home sale. Call me further to discuss, and it's ready to go. So let me go ahead and plant this on this property, and then we'll move from here. All right, that property has been officially tagged, pulled over, whatever the case. I say pulled over because I have a Durango. These are also police cars. And this is not a police car, obviously. I'm not impersonating no officer, but it's interesting to see a car like mine with a light, an amber light on top. And it looks like it's in an official capacity, you know. And even with the tablet, I have a tablet holster in my vehicle as well, so it does look like a cop car for sure. But it's okay. We're here to just help others with their real estate needs, and hopefully we can find a few more. I got a few more, maybe about 5 more minutes. I'm going to continue to do this kind of work here before I go to the cafe and give me some coffee. Number one, right? That's the primary thing. And number two, cold call. Right, I love doing this kind of work. Like I said, it's not because someone is, it's not because I have to force myself to like it. I actually enjoy this, and I wish I could do this every day, all day long. but it's not the case. So we're just gonna continue to do what we can when we can and keep things moving here. Okay. All right. As we slip and slide our way
by the end
to a
of the next
stop,
semester, my mark
I just
record
passed by a
C-
property. I was going about
B+.
25 miles per hour, so
I really did develop
I had to come to
love for calculus that
a
I
good
still
stop
have
here.
today.
But as I am
I believe
pulling
prospecting
into
and
this
setting
area,
appointments is a
I see another property here that looks to be vacant. I don't see anyone that has shoveled this property. I see some footprints here and there, but nothing crazy. It looks as if there is some people living here, but I see a lot of curtains and blinds closed. Like I said, there's absolutely no activity in the driveway. Thank you, snow. Thank you for snowing, right? I can see this information here. So what I'm gonna do is call them like I did before, and then reach out. So let me go ahead and do this right now, okay? You can see me doing this live. Okay, so this property is on Golden Oaks, and I got the number here. Let me see if there's a phone number for me to call. Okay, so this property is owner occupied. Owner occupied, it says. Interesting. And this property is a 3-bed. It doesn't say how many baths there are, but I'm assuming 1.5 probably. And it's 1,500 square feet, which is great. All right, I see this. I want to say I've called this guy before. That name does look familiar. So let me go ahead and get his information. I'm not gonna search my database to see. And look, the cool thing about this one is that all the phone numbers that appear here are not, I do not call. So I'm gonna call every number here and just to get some information on this one. So let me go ahead and put this here and let's see what happens. There we go. Hello. Sí, bueno, busco a Martín. Buenos días. Soy Luis Torres. Soy realtor aquí en Aurora. Pero es que andaba ahorita manejando aquí en el Golden Oaks.
No, gracias.
¿Ahorita no está pensando en venderla?
No, por venta.
Perfecto. Ok, Martín, ¿no tienes otra propiedad que quieras vender?
No.
Ok, pues aquí está mi número, guárdelo para el futuro.
Sí, gracias.
Pase un bonito día. Hasta luego. Alright, so that was that. I got in touch with the actual owner of this property here. It looks like it's, not occupied. He said he's not looking to sell it. It is his property, so it is what it is. We reached out to the person directly. So the paper and all that stuff, it's not necessary, right? We did accomplish the goal that we needed, which was to get in touch with the owner, and we did just that. Okay, so hey, that was a successful contact with the owner. He's not looking to sell, and I encouraged him to save my number for future reference. Let's keep looking here. A few more minutes. Come on, I don't want to stop. That was 12 cents well spent for sure. Yep. So we're basically driving around the neighborhood here, looking at driveways just to see if there's been any activity in the driveways, which would indicate some movement. And if there is no activity in these driveways, then it's vacant or something's going on here that most people don't know. And I just want to be nosy about it and find out what's going on with that property. So we're just driving by. It's not even as slow as it usually is because I'm not looking at the condition of the home today. What I'm looking at is the condition of the driveway, which in my opinion is easier than just driving for dollars and looking at the condition of the property. Okay, and right here we go. Just a few more minutes, like I said. Don't want to stop this. It's like a good dream. You don't want to wake up from your slumber, but we have to do what we have to do. See, that's a good one right there. It's a property that has a driveway that has not been shoveled. There's no tire tracks on the property at all, but it is listed with the realtor. So again, shows you that properties that have clean driveways here with no tire tracks whatsoever, thank you to the snow, it's an indicator that something's going on with the property, right? And in this case, what's going on with this property is that they're looking to sell it, but they already have a realtor. So I got here a little too late, you could say, right? So who cares? We're gonna keep looking at other properties. Always more opportunities. All right, we're gonna almost wrap it up here, unfortunately. We're gonna do a little quick 1-hour cold calling session, so there's more fun to do here, more fun activities to do. And after that, we're gonna hit another neighborhood here and hit that for another hour or so. And hopefully we find some more properties. But this particular session was pretty successful. I liked the work that we did here. Let me park this vehicle real quick here. in front of somebody's house. But hey, thanks a lot for riding along with me. If you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. But honestly, for real, I honestly like this kind of content for me to watch later. I'm doing this content for myself because I, as a real estate agent who is driven and wanting to, not work with or look at videos that waste my time, these kind of videos encourage me, inspire me to do the work. So if I can do content like this for myself, then obviously I'm going to be able to do content like this for you as well, and hopefully you enjoy this kind of content. If you find yourself in the Chicagoland area and want to team up and do some more work, reach out. Not just drive for dollars, but also go out in public. Go out to the streets, go out to the malls, the places, venues, etc., and just walk around and meet people and talk about real estate needs. By all means, let me know. I would love to partner up with you in the future, and yeah, hopefully we can get some more deals together. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and wrap this video up, and let's have ourselves a successful day.